Hey everyone, and welcome to MCP Sound Check for the third, I said Midnight Marauders, the third A Tribe Called Quest album, Midnight Marauders. Yeah, so this was an album.
Yeah, I mean it's a good album. Certainly.
It was released in 1993 by Battery Studios.
Yeah, and it's produced by Tribe Called Quest.
Yes.
With Skef Anselm.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Like Large President or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, he only did one song.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is the third album after Low End Theory, which we both loved. This one, I'll be real, I don't love this one. I feel like, I'll say this, the production value, the production, like the mixing stuff, is great. I think it's just the best one.
There's a lot of variety.
Yeah. But there's times in this album where I feel like it gets a little lazy. I feel like there's some songs I feel like they're phoning it in. And I'll get to the songs where I feel like they're just phoning it in.
I don't think, I like
creatively, it felt like...
This one for me is kind of really even keel. I was struggling to find ones I really liked.
Yes.
And really struggling to find ones I didn't like. But it's not like, for me, if I'm, for whatever reason, tired of like a Low End Theory or People's Travels, I just, I could put Midnight Marauders in if I want something different and vibe to it. Just throw it on in the background.
Yeah.
But yeah. What do you think is your best song?
The song that I always go with what my best song is by the one I sing the most, and like when I'm just not listening to music, and it's Award Tour.
Same.
Award Tour is the best song on this album.
I picked it, and it's iconic. It's sticking around.
I feel like I'd play this on a Tony Hawk. I feel like I would play this on a Tony Hawk game. It may be on a Tony Hawk game. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was on one of the sports games I played recently. I think it was like Madden or something.
Hold on. It always shows up early. Stop from early. But yeah, Award Tour to me is the this is the song. This is the one. And it's the third technically second song, but third song track listing wise. I'm not gonna count the first 45-second track. Steve Bilko is pretty good too.
I didn't like it. That was my least favorite.
Really? It's a good segue. You don't like that one?
No, I was a little bit disappointed. We had that skit in the beginning, considering what I said in the last review.
Yeah.
Even though I enjoy the fact that it was just the one in the very beginning. It was only 45 seconds. But then it goes into Steve Biko, Stir It Up.
Biko.
I didn't dig it.
Isn't Steve Bilko, isn't he like this Jerry Springer bouncer? Whatever.
I don't know. It's a familiar
Wilco.
name.
Steve Wilco. Sorry. Sorry, Steve, if you're listening to this.
But I really didn't dig it.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a tie.
Oh, yeah?
And they're back-to-back, too. And they're after Award Tour. I don't like 8 Million Stories. You get the point after, like, maybe the first 4 lines. They're talking about the women they dated or whatever. And you're just like, okay. And then Sucka is just not good.
Yeah.
It's just not good. It's just not. They just kind of repeat the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's just like, I feel like it's lazy. I feel like it doesn't push itself like the other two have. I understand, after third album, things start slowing down and things start getting a little watered down, but I feel like it just really, I like Steve Bilko.
I don't.
I understand why you don't like it. I like it. Then you have Award Tour, which is phenomenal, and then you have these two songs, which are back to back, just like,
Yeah.
like, it really, this is what, these two songs are what soured the album for me. It just feel like...
Yeah, it was definitely a lull after Award Tour. I remember that.
Yeah, it's just like...
But, yeah, I mean...
It's tough.
I can totally, I can see where you're coming from.
The last few songs on the album are pretty good. Like, I think...
Yeah, I really... Actually, one of the ones I had as a possibility for my favorite song was the last song. Let me look up the title real quick. I just want to make sure.
God Lives Through.
Yeah, God Lives Through. That was a good one.
I like Oh My God with Busta Rhymes.
I really dug it.
Yeah.
Especially with, like, to me, a lot of times, like, a repeated, like, hook like that, like, they change it up enough to make it interesting. But I do dig it. I really did like Oh My God. And God Lives Through is a really interesting song in the fact that it kind of takes and recaps a lot of the stuff that they go over throughout the album. There's another sample from Oh My God in there as well. So it's a really nice, like, recap.
Yeah. I also like Clap Your Hands.
That was my sleeper.
That's my sleeper as well. I thought, okay, so we're in sleepers now. Like, I feel like that's the one. It's just like, it's a nice 3-minute song. Doesn't wear out its welcome. It's perfectly paced. It's got a great groove. It's got a great it's got a great hook. You know, it's I think that song is down. I think that's like probably.
It's a couple before the end.
Yeah, it's a song that, you know...
It's in the second half of the record.
People don't talk about, but I feel like that song is definitely worth the conversation.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's actually... I think it's right after... was it Electric Relaxation?
Yes.
I think it's the name
That's
of it.
also a good one. Like I said, the last half of this album is really good. Mm-hmm. It's just that first half is just so inconsistent.
Yeah, when you get to the halfway point, you're kind of fighting from Award Tour to the halfway point. And then...
I feel like the halfway point is probably...
Right before Electric Relaxation, I think, is that where it picks right back up again.
Yeah. Yeah, like after that, after Sucka is Midnight. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah,
we can get down. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then Electric Relaxation, which is track 8.
So that's where it really picks back up.
Yeah, Clap Your Hands. Oh My God, Keep It Rolling. Which that was
pretty good.
The Chase Part 2.
I didn't really dig that one.
Yeah,
that was probably the worst part of the second half of the record.
Lyrics to Go.
That was good.
Yeah, and then God Lives Through. Like, after track 8, you only have like one miss probably, but it's more consistent that first half. That first half was like, 3. You don't like Steve Biko, but it's definitely not the worst song, is it to you?
It is.
Okay.
It's up there.
You just said it was the worst. I don't know why I asked you.
Yeah. The Chase Part 2 was up there for me.
Yeah. So basically, the first half is weaker than the second half of the album.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the second half of the album, or the last third of the album, is really good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And, I mean, overall, the album's fine.
Yeah, that's how I saw it.
I can't, like...
When you go from a low end, which is almost like perfect album, and then you get to this one, it's like...
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a drop-off for me.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we get to, like, artists that actually have, like, bad albums. It's going to be interesting. But, yeah, no, this one's just kind of a step down to me. If you were to rate them, like rank them, 1, 2, 3, where are you at right now?
From best to worst. Yeah. Low end is number 1. Number 2 is People's Travels. Number 3 is Midnight.
I gotta agree. Low end, People's Travels, and
I feel Midnight like low end's just gonna. I think we should just keep it number 1. I think the real chance is like, what's number 2?
It's solid. I thought Midnight Marauders might beat out People's Travels. Based on like consistency.
Yeah, but after listening to it a couple times,
but like I think People's Travels heights are higher than Midnight Marauders. The lows are around the same. Yeah. So that for me averages it out to put it at second.
Yeah.
But yeah, can't wait to get to the 4th record.
Yeah,
which won't happen next week.
It will not be next week.
But we'll get to it, I think, the week after.
We usually record these on Sundays. Next week, Scott has nothing to do with it, but Scott's going to be out of town. I'm going to be busy doing things with the girlfriend. We have plans, stuff like that. So we're going to be very busy that weekend. So there's going to be a delay on the next one. the next one's probably be like not next week. It's gonna be the week after. So don't worry, it is
Probably.
coming. We're not gonna we're not gonna just stop doing it. No, it's gonna happen, and we already have plans on what the next one after Tribe Called Quest is gonna be. It's gonna be Scott and someone has not been on the YouTube, so it's gonna be new. I don't know when we'll record that, but we'll record that. But yeah, we have 3 more Tribe albums.
I think so.
Yeah, we have 4, 5, and a new one. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we have 3 more weeks of Tribe Called Quest. Will any of them beat Low End Theory? Will
Will they?
anything?
Debates down below.
Something, I don't know. I was going to say something. I was trying to do like a climatic. Will they do this next week? Will it happen? Find out next week. We can't do that now. So, anyway, I'm going to end this. So, be sure to subscribe, comment below all of your thoughts, any other hip-hop artists we should do, or just any artist in general. You know, I feel like, you know, you'd say hip-hop because you're watching hip-hop review or whatever, but you could be eclectic and like all kinds. So, in the comment section below.
What acid jazz artist should we listen to?
I don't listen to acid jazz.
Is there any trip hop, possibly, or big band?
Yeah.
Anything.
Or polka? Whatever.
Polka?
We can do all the Leningrad Cowboys.
We could do, you know, the Baroque era. That's always fun.
Yeah, Baroque. Yeah. I was trying to think of a joke there, but anyway, I want to end it. So remember, as always, hip hop never forgets. And neither do we. See you later.